Welcome to another live stream watch-along reaction. Tonight we are watching and reacting to CF Pachuca versus Atletico San Luis in the Liga MX Apertura 2023 Jornada 6. CF Pachuca contra Atletico San Luis en la Liga MX Apertura Jornada 6 at Pachuca. Big game for Pachuca. They got to win. San Luis is third in the table. A big match to play here tonight. Big match to be played. Have to watch it on a third-party site, third-party streaming, because VIX, I don't have VIX. So, I mean, it's a 10 o'clock game. It's the only game on Monday. Can't be in the chat long, bedtime on the East Coast. I understand it, but thought doing a Monday match would be cool, so it was the only one. Really late, too, but starting 11s for Pachuca. Carlos Moreno, the back four. Miguel Rodriguez, Sergio Barreto, Gustavo Cabral, Jose Castillo, Marino Hinestrosa, Elias Montiel, Eric Sanchez, Antonio Figueroa, David Terans, and Ilian Hernandez. It's not on TUDNA. No. But I'm still watching it, so there's no problem. Teams are about to walk out. For Atletico San Luis, Diego Urtiaga, Ricardo Chavez, Julio Cesar Dominguez, Una Bilbao, Juan Sanabria, Javier Gomez, Rodrigo Dorado, John Murillo, Villapando, Dieter Villapando, Mateo Klimowicz, and Leo. And teams are walking out. Atleti in their yellow and blue. Pachuca in the white and blue stripes. How we doing, Henry? How we doing, Josh? Back on a late Monday night to have some fun here. A pirate's laugh for you, Mr. Sparrow. Well, I'm the pirate anyway, so. Of course it's a pirate's laugh for me. Forgetting who you're talking to. How we doing, Mile High? Damn it, I have no comeback for that. And I wasn't trying to dunk on you, but if that's how you took it. All right. Teams will kick off very shortly. 10:10 on the clock. Central Time. A big game. Pachuca needs to win, pretty much. They need to win. Good thing they're at home. Moreno in goal, Rodriguez, Barreto, Cabral, Castillo, Sanchez, Montiel, Figueroa, Hinestrosa, and Terans. And Hernandez up top. How we doing, Rory? It's on VIX. That's it. It's on Mexican Spanish TV, which is how I'm streaming it. It's on Fox down there, but it ain't on Fox up here. Weird. Urtiaga in goal for San Luis. Sanabria, Bilbao, Dominguez, Chavez, Gomez, Dorado, Murillo, Klimowicz, Villapando, Bonatini. Leo. Okay, Leonardo Bonatini. Leo. Okay. I was like, Font Mob get something wrong? Jorge Camacho, the referee, central referee. True. Did you see that Soccer Steve didn't like Herdman left Canada for TFC? I mean, I could see why you wouldn't. Because is Canada going to get anybody worth a damn compared to Herdman? Probably not. Yeah, I mean, I don't like it for Canada. I agree. But I'm a TFC fan, so I like it for TFC. So you kind of got to... You pretty much just have to take it from both ends if you're a TFC fan. Like, yeah, Herdman is doing a good thing for TFC, bad thing for Canada. Now, if Canada somehow got a guy like Eve Renard, great. Sven-Goran Eriksson, if he hasn't retired yet, I'm good with that as well. Somebody else put a good name out there, but I'm not sure. Teams are ready to go. Trying to find a knockoff stream. Stream East. While I'm using. First link. Scroll all the way down on the soccer page. You find it. First link. You're welcome. It's exactly what I did. First link. Stream East, soccer tab, scroll all the way down, click the Pachuca game, first link. Boom. That's what I did. I didn't share. My luck, yeah, sure. I'm not showing it, though, and I didn't share a link. I should have said in Minecraft, shouldn't I have? Damn it, you're right. In Minecraft. Playing forward. I didn't share a link, though. How we doing, Angus? And technically, it's only a cavalcade. Playing forward. But Pachuca early. I guess I should get Vix then. But my predictions is Ryan Food Network and Hurricane Talk. Let's see how this game goes. Probably would be a smart idea, though. Probably would be a bit of a smart idea, though, just to, you know. Ah. They use Cletus on the Mexican, oh, it's a Fox NFL thing. Oh, okay. I was like, oh, they use Cletus way more in Mexico than they do up here, huh? Huh. Well, there you go. The robot. Atletico playing forward. And that, I don't know. I need to see that again. Penalty, 2 minutes in, 2:12. I don't know. I think that may be a penalty. Offside, I don't see an offside. So let's see what the... No, that's a penalty. That's got to be a penalty against Pachuca. That's got to be. No offside. No ball by the keeper. Yeah, that's a pen. That's a pen. As of right now, not in the path of the hurricane. Going to hit Florida pretty hard, though. Friend goes to school out 2 hours outside of Tampa. No watches or warnings yet. He's wrong because there's a tropical storm and a hurricane. There's a hurricane warning. It's under 36 hours. It's a warning now. Tropical storm watch warning on the other end of it. So there's your hurricane talk. Yeah, I know. I saw. I've been stung by many mosquitoes in my time. Many mosquitoes. No penalty. Huh. Interesting. No penalty. I've been stung by many mosquitoes in my time. They love me. I don't know what it is about my blood, but they love me. I must have sweet blood or something. I don't know. I guess. Pachuca minus 106 on the odds. My guess is that Pachuca wins, but I'm too ill-informed to predict the Mexican League. Well, Pachuca sucks right now. They only have like 4 points. Hold on. Actually, San Luis is higher on the table right now. 7 points as of now for Pachuca, 11 points as of now for San Luis. San Luis in 3rd, Pachuca in 11th. Now, I haven't been stung by a yellow jacket, a bee, or a jellyfish. Luckily. That'd probably be worse. Shot, save. Save by Urtiaga. Atletico San Luis might have just been screwed, if I'm being completely honest. Like, I still think it's a pen. Like, how does that not get called a pen? There was no ball at all. Shot past the post. Past the post by Hinestrosa. Let's remember Pachuca got knocked out in the first round they played a Leagues Cup because they had a bye. Then they lost to Houston in the round of 32 on penalties. They've had a bad season so far, haven't they? I mean, Houston isn't bad, but Pachuca, well, they also did lose to Motagua in the Champions League. They've been fraudulent for a while. Playing 2 canteranos. 5 minutes in, they're playing 2 canteranos, Rodriguez and Montiel, at least with the triple numbers. There's probably more canteranos out there, but there's the ones with the triple numbers. 6 minutes. 5:30, but 6 minutes. They used to be. They've sort of fallen on hard times lately, even though they've had a good season and got back to the Champions League. Along with Santos Laguna. Santos Laguna's also fallen on hard time. Well, hold on. No, they're actually 7th right now. So they're building back, I guess. It's weird. There's always one of the smaller clubs that always shock people. Juarez is one of them. I don't know if San Luis will go all the way, but they should at least make the repechaje with how high they are. But again, Liga MX is such a tight league. Any result, like any win, could pop you into a playoff Liguilla spot. Just look at Tigres. Tigres was out of the playoffs. My bad. Pumas were out of the playoffs. They won. They popped to 4th place. So any result, 8, 9. So 9 points would put Pachuca 5th over America if they were to win here. They're still under San Luis, though. So, I mean, at this point, it's tied. At this point, it's not like it's $6.52. Because the regular season is only a single round robin. Anyone can make a run at it. Well, technically, the second part of the round robin is the Clausura. There is a double round robin, but it's a split round robin. Have you noticed that? I don't know. I mean, I think we all have, but it's a split round robin. A split round robin as the first half, but the team you play at home, you play away. Then you play the teams you played away at home in the Clausura. That's how they basically... I do sort of hate the split season thing, but if it works, it works. What's the parlay tomorrow? I would say Olympia wins. Olympia money line. Central American Cup. Saprissa money line. I'm sure there's some Champions League qualifier games. They used to have a Copa MX. They don't anymore. Speaking of, 8th minute, 0-0. Playing forward. Nice. Nice run. Pachuca still playing the better game so far. 0-0, settle with settle. They brought it back recently. No, last time they played the Copa MX was 2020 pre-COVID. Once that got stopped, they never played it since. They have not played Copa MX since COVID. They came back from COVID. So they brought it back just for it to get canceled again. 9th minute. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, let's get this one going. Pachuca's playing better so far. Oh, there it is. Pachuca's playing better so far, but they need to step it up a bit. They need a win to get back into the Liga. With 6 games gone, of course. Who's going to take away Messi FC's undefeated run? LAFC. 23. Oh. Wrong one. 23. Be 24 in January. 3. I'll be 24 in January. But closer to 24 than I am. But I'm closer to 24 than I am. 23 flat. So, true. I mean, technically that is true. Galatasaray versus Molde, Panathinaikos versus Braga, Young Boys versus Maccabi Haifa. Galatasaray over Molde, Braga over Panathinaikos. I don't want to bet on that. Well, I guess Young Boys over Haifa. Yeah. I guess the money line of Galatasaray, Braga, Young Boys. And then you throw in Olympia and Saprissa. That's a good one. Any MLB games worth a damn? I mean, you could. Well, no, I wouldn't even bet on the Jays at this point. That'd be stupid. They can't hit a beach ball. College is a scam, yes. Unless you're a doctor. Unless you want to be a doctor or a lawyer or anything that gives you a better return on investment, yes, it's a scam. And I'm not a doctor, lawyer, or I don't want to be a doctor or a lawyer, so scam. 11th minute, 0-0. Settle. Not a scam, just too many students go to college now. Well, maybe that's why they have raised the debt so high. Like, you have to have so much money to pay it off. Which is... $12th minute, throw in. Sure. 12th minute, 0-0, settle with settle. I wonder where Yeezus is. Man said if Cruz Azul won. Shot blocked away. Atleti should have had a penalty, I swear. I'm still freaking. Qatar is trying to follow Saudi in soccer. I mean, Qatar has the money. Will they do it, though? Like, that, I don't know if they could do it. You think they would have done it when they got the World Cup. Why did they wait? They have the money. Not as much, but they have a good bit. Why did they wait? That's the question. Over the bar. Why did they wait? It makes no sense. The Qatar waited to follow the Saudis. They had the World Cup in 2022. They knew they had the World Cup. They should have tried to make the Qatar Stars League a better league. And you could say, but they had Javi. at one time. True. But here's the problem. It was really just Javi. Like, that doesn't... Javi's a great player, but him himself does not move the needle. Like, it makes me wonder. I don't know. Hell, even when Saudi won throwing out crazy amounts of money, more European players who didn't go to MLS, who were retiring, still went to Saudi. Or even the UAE or Japan. Qatar was still behind. Even Japan and China. But if they were going to the Middle East, they went to Saudi, even before Saudi spunked all this money. So Qatar missed the boat. Why now? Why now? Because you could say, but they just had the World Cup. Normally, when you get an event like the World Cup or the Olympics, you let things rot. You don't, which is stupid, don't get me wrong, but not many people try to build off the event. They build to the event. You see the Atlanta, like, it really depends. Even Beijing. Look at the water cube. Before they made that the ice for the 2022 Winter Olympics, it got a bit disheveled, so to speak. A lot of these, the egg, the bird's egg, the egg nest, whatever, the Olympic Stadium in Beijing, that got down. That got run down. Athens, the only reason that didn't is Athens is Athens. They'll always get an Olympics at some point. Athens put stuff into it, but you don't really hear about that. Rio, the Rio Aquatic Center was even worse. My point being is, when you get the Olympics or World Cup, they do not build on it. They let things rot, except for Atlanta. But even then, there were some things they let rot. But it also hurts because they go to second-rate countries. Like, they don't go to countries that are first world countries in the Olympics. I mean, France, yeah, there you go. But even then, France has political problems. So even if they do go to a first world country, it's probably either communist country or a country that has a lot of political problems anyway. So, and is either on the brink of going financially broke, like Greece. So, you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't when it comes to the Olympics or World Cup, right? Look at South America. Look at Argentina. Look at Brazil. Argentina has sky-high inflation. And they want the 2030 World Cup. They were going to host the Copa America until the USA came in. Question. Exactly how does that make any sense? If their inflation is sky high, a number that's impossible to live under. Maybe a guy like Milei could get that under control. But that's where we are. Brazil. Their economics aren't great. So it's just a weird, and they had the 2014 World Cup and the 2016 Olympics. And they're not in a good position. So 0-0. It's something. It's something to consider. Are the Olympics and World Cup even worth it? Now you could say, but what about the USA, Canada, and Mexico? They should be fine. They have all these stadiums. Right. That's going to buck the trend. To be completely honest, like after their World Cup, everything is going to be fine. The stadiums will still be there because they're either NFL stadiums or soccer-specific stadiums. And everything's going to be fine and dandy. Like, you're not going to hear any stories about the USA venues and the Mexico venues or the Canadian venues going to shit. You just won't. Now, will it help the town's economy? Some say no. Some say no. Which that could be a problem. Sometimes it costs more to host these things and the money they get out of them. And then you look at the situation of you're spreading it around so thin. Are you going to make enough money for like 3-4 matches in one city? Question is, will they? I don't know. And the USA also has the 2028 Olympics. The 2028 Olympics as well. But let's also remember they hosted the 94 Olympics. Or they hosted a recent Olympics. I think it was in the late 80s, early 90s, but they hosted an Olympics. Yeah, Reagan was in office, so yeah, it might have been the 80s. But those stadiums are still in good position, and they're going to use most of those stadiums for the 2028 Olympics. Of course, there has to be renovations, but not to a certain extent. But really, the only place to host an event that's safe, like a World Cup or Olympics, is the USA. Really. Like Greece, default. Russia. Well, it probably would have been safe had Putin not lost his damn head. Here we are. France still has political problems and economic problems. Brazil, economic problems. Japan, I wouldn't say it's been... The jury's still out for Japan. They should handle, but who knows? China, whatever they could reuse for 2022, they did. Chavez went to Russia. He wished he would have gone to a league where the country isn't at war. Speaking of Russia, I don't know. Korea could host. Yeah, but what about the fact, again, Korea would be in the same situation that China was back in 2008. They would build all these stadiums for either a World Cup or an Olympics, and then they would just let them rot as soon as the Paralympics are over or the tournament is over. Either way. Like, most countries don't keep up these villages, these stadiums. Like, it's a very rare or a very quick, if there's anything made, it's a quick buck. And it's pocketed. It's not for cross in. Like, it's more of a quick buck for during and before the tournament. Or before and during the tournament, not after. And that's where we are now. If you want to come out ahead, you either have a lot of money, you're the USA, but even there's multiple countries, at least for the World Cup. Even the Women's World Cup they're considering in 2027 will be with Mexico. They threw Canada out of that, which, yeah, well, I don't know if they'll make it or not, but well, it makes it easier. Right? But it makes you wonder. Goal kick for Atletico San Luis. It makes you wonder. Now, makes you wonder. Switzerland, Sweden, Norway, Denmark, Portugal, Holland, Croatia, Hungary, Italy, Spain could host. I don't see Switzerland hosting a World Cup. I don't see Switzerland hosting a regular Olympics. That would have to be a Winter Olympics, which even then, well, they would do it, but does it make you as much money? No. And I like some Winter Olympic sports. I like hockey. I like speed skating. I like curling. But doesn't make you money like the Summer Olympics or the World Cup. No. It's funny that Beijing did it, and they revamped the water cube and all that. Atletico San Luis playing forward. Cross past the post. 23rd minute goal kick for Moreno. I can't believe I'm discussing economics on here. Denmark, Sweden, Norway. Those are all Winter Olympic countries? And do they have enough stadiums to host a World Cup? You'd have to build more, which is the problem. Portugal and Holland, they could do any of them. Croatia, a Summer Olympics or a World Cup, yes. I think you'd have to build some more stadiums, but they could do it. Hungary, well, no, that's sort of a problem. Like, I think Hungary would have a problem, like the post problem for sure. Italy, yes, especially a World Cup. They've even done a Winter Olympics, Cortina d'Ampezzo in Torino. So they've done, I think they've also done a third, I think they've done a Summer Olympics too. I think they've done all three. And a Euros, I think. But Spain could host, yeah. Dominican Republic couldn't host a World Cup, but only Olympics. I prefer the Winter Olympics. There's good things about both, you know? I like both. I don't hate the Winter Olympics like most people do. I like the Summer Olympics. I don't go wild over it, but there are some things that I like watching. Of course, in the summer, football, swimming, track and field, gymnastics, women's gymnastics, beach volleyball, tennis. What else is there? Basketball. Yes, basketball. Baseball if they keep it. Hey, gymnastics is because my mother was a gymnast, okay? That's why I'm into gymnastics. My mother was a gymnast when she was younger. That's why I like gymnastics. Now, beach volleyball, on the other hand. Well, isn't that one obvious? Isn't that one obvious? My mom also played tennis when she was younger, so that's why I like tennis. $26-minute. Playing forward is Pachuca. Oh, that's a free kick. Yeah, definitely. Free kick for Pachuca. Yep. See how this free kick turns. 26-minute 0-0, 0-0. They didn't give it? What? This referee sucks. Blind. He's blind. He blind. Hit that like button. Let's get this one going. Playing forward. So many NFL commercials. September 10th, that's a Sunday. So 9th, 8th, 7th? 7th is the kickoff? The 7th of September? Yeah. Swear to God, this referee's missing everything. I swear. Not even VAR. Are they asleep? I mean, I know it's 10-10. Are they asleep? Like, the referee legitimately is a story here. I don't care. If Pachuca's playing well, I think they're playing well, better than they have recently. The referee's a story. Why? Because he can't see a damn thing. Why are the refs so bad? Like, why are they just so bad? It makes no sense. Zero. None. It makes no sense. 0 cents, my friend. 0 cents. Refs are a joke. Yeah, I agree. Twenty-ninth minute. Worst referees in college football, NFL, NBA, MLB, NHL, and MLS. College football. I can't. The dude who was the referee against Mississippi State and Michigan, not Michigan, Memphis in 2021. I don't remember his name, but that was a bad referee. NFL. Carl Cheffers. NBA. I don't even remember the names of the NBA refs anymore. They all suck. MLB. Anel Hernandez. And Vic Carapazza. NHL. They all suck. MLS. Everybody but Elfaf sucks. And, well, Sergei Boyko's the worst. They haven't used him recently. I don't think they used him at all during Leagues Cup. Have they been deploying him, or have they realized they shouldn't? Canada versus Latvia is the next game tomorrow, 9:30 a.m. FIBA World Cup. Dominican Republic, Angola, 4 a.m. How we doing, Brazy? Did you see us batter your team, Nashville SC? I saw you batter Nashville, but Nashville's not my team. I mean, I have a soft spot for them, but they're not my team. They're not my team. They're not Toronto, and they're not St. Louis. I have a soft spot for them, but yeah, you did batter them. I saw that. I saw you batter them, but they're not my team. I do have a soft spot for them, but that doesn't mean they're my team. 31st minute. NHL going to make me a lot of money this year, says the Bulls. Just don't bet on McDavid once he gets to the playoffs. That's probably a good... Or the Leafs. When the Leafs and McDavid make the playoffs, don't bet on them. But until then, you can. That's just a good rule of thumb. Don't bet on the Leafs in the playoffs. Or Connor McDavid. Other than that, preferably Tampa. Well, I don't know how good Tampa's going to be. Don't bet on the Bruins either. They're going to suck this year. I don't have a bad feeling, but I think the Bruins are going to fall off. Bet on the Habs, though. The Habs are going to make a wild card run. You heard it here first. The Habs are going to make a wild card run. They're not going to be top 3 in the Atlantic. That'll be Lightning, Leafs, Panthers, but the Habs will make a wild card run. Book it. Playing forward. Thiago Almada's on his way to AFC Ajax. That'll be after the season, though, so... Thinking Jacob Schaffenberg. True. 33rd minute. Atletico San Luis. Not really finding any good spots. They sucked last year, but they'll be better. They'll be better. 33rd minute. They'll be better. They're building something. I mean, Eric Sanchez gets a yellow, 33rd minute. Rory probably should talk more about his team, but they're getting better. "33rd minute. Florida will be better than they were, but they'll win. They'll get in the division. They'll be top 3 in the division. I think both wild card teams in the East will be Atlantic teams. I think that'll be Montreal and Ottawa. Boston won't make it. I don't think Buffalo will make it. And I don't really think there's any teams in the Metro that are better than Montreal or Ottawa. So, besides the big 3, of course. Saved. Vegas, Jersey, Rangers, Buffalo, Habs going to be good. Yep. See Messi's. Did you watch Messi's badass goal against Red Bull and the badass pass that he made just so he could score easily? I watched it. Yep, that was a good goal. Habs are getting better. The key is to stay healthy. Exactly. 35th minute. To me, the Habs-Leafs rivalry isn't real. I'm not old enough to think it's real. Header blocked away. Rangers could probably make it till they rebuild. I mean, Rangers will be top 3 in the Metro, though. Rangers, Islanders, Hurricanes. I think the Caps are falling off anyway. The Caps, I think they're falling off anyway. 35th minute. 4 corners so far. Corner for Pachuca. 36th minute. Pachuca's been the better team. Devils. Header save. No. Hurricanes. I don't think that's going to happen. Jersey's good. I don't know if they'll finish top 3 in the division, though. I still have a lot of hype on Ottawa, and I know Jersey's good, but Habs won a few Stanley Cups. That was in the 20th century. Yeah, exactly. They won one in 93, which is earlier, or not earlier, more recent than the Leafs. They could have won last year, or not last year, 2021, I mean. 2 seasons ago. They could have won in 21. They didn't. 37th minute. Maybe that's because it was the Northern Division and the Leafs, well, they did what they did. There's no way that Toronto beat Miami, even if Herdman gets them playing well. There's no way. And besides, Herdman doesn't come in till October. So all the Northeast teams going to be good. Well, technically, Montreal isn't in the Northeast. Technically, if you really want to split hairs. Cross in. Oh, it's out for a corner. Another corner for Pachuca in the 37th minute. Wonder if Yeezus is going to pop in. He did see the Herdman video, so I'll remind him if he does. It is. Yeah, exactly. So they'll be good. And Ottawa, too. They're both technically in the Northeast. Buffalo won't be good, though. They'll probably be the one who isn't good. Buffalo's a joke. Always has been, always will be. Cross in. "38th minute. The Buffalo Sabres are a joke. Always have been, always will be. I mean, a Leafs fan shouldn't be throwing stones, but I'll throw stones. 38th minute. You know, 38th minute, Sanchez is down. Eric Sanchez is down. If he can't continue at 100%, I'd pull him anyway since he's on a yellow. Preferably, that's what I would do. If I was. Speaking of John Herman, Canada has Mauro Biello as the interim. That sucks. Biello being the interim in Canada sucks. Hopefully that means, but oh, by the way, they said the reason why Herdman is not working for Toronto until October is he's trying to help Biello get set as the interim manager, which means Biello's going to coach the Japan game at the very least, if not the quarterfinal tie of Nations League. I'm scared. Maybe hope that they have a new manager, a new actual manager, since they said interim, going into the November window. Preferably Hervé Renard. Or somebody said, I think, Hugo Perez, which, I'd take Hugo Perez or Thomas Christensen at this point. Or Sven-Goran Eriksson, but I want Hervé Renard. I think that's a possible pick. But Mauro Biello, hell no. Hell no. I'd rather see if they can pull Zambrano back, to be honest. 40th minute. Atlantic's a stacked division, same teams. It'll be good. Some teams will be good that they miss. That's a foul. Yep, foul. Free kick at Letty. Free kick for Atleti in the 41st. Lol. Yellow card for Almada? Okay. These coaches are getting a bit loud. Like, there's been a card for a coach almost once every week. Like, this year. Like, so many cards to coaches. Like, is there any rumor about Canada's hiring a different coach for the 2026 World Cup? No. I don't see any rumors. I just hope that means they wouldn't make Biello just the interim if they were going to just run with him, right? They wouldn't say interim just to run with him, right? There's no way. There's no way. Any of them are better than Biello. Exactly. Biello's a joke. I'd rather them just promote Bev Priestman like they did Herdman at this point if they were going to just run with Biello. Like, if they're just saying interim for now, seeing what's going to happen for the next 3 matches, and then put Biello in permanent charge, I have a problem with that. You could really just promote Bev Priestman then. I mean, what's the worst? I don't know. Hey, England said they were going to promote Vigman to the men's team over Southgate. Yeah, they almost won the World Cup. I know there's a difference. But Olympic gold counts for something, right? Herdman didn't even have one of those. Counts for something, right? 43rd minute. Is their next game for Canada game. They play on October 13th. They do not play in September. Which maybe is a good thing now that Herdman's walking out the door. They play in October. Only against Japan. Then they play in November, the quarterfinal tie in the Nations League to try to get into Copa America and the Nations League finals in March. I'd be shocked if they won. 44th minute. Top two in each group in Group A, or League A, will go to the quarterfinals. Remember that. And it's the best performing. So it's the best performing winner, group winner, that plays Canada. The worst performing group winner plays Costa Rica. The better performing runner-up plays Mexico. The worst performing runner-up plays the USA. Lord have mercy, we're getting screwed. That means Jamaica, right? We're going to lose to Jamaica. A play-in tie for both the women and the men sometime this year. The women played the Jamaican women to get into the Olympics in a two-legged tie, qualifying-wise. The men will do the same, probably for Nations League, playing Jamaica to qualify for Copa America. We're going to lose both times, aren't we? Shot blocked away. Canada's going to lose both, probably, right? '55th minute, or 45th minute. 45th minute. Respect. 45th minute plus 4 plus 4. We go to 49. Pachuca, Hinestrosa pulls it in. And okay, goal kick. Could easily scored, but okay. Nope. Cleared away, throw in. '46th minute, 3 more to go. Throw in. '47 minute. I don't see Dominican Republic could survive against. No, they should be able. I think they should finish. Well, doesn't top two? Isn't there something about coming second? I think that's just Gold Cup. Well, no, I think that's the next Nations League. If you finish second, don't you? Maybe you don't. But, I mean, Dominican Republic, I think they'll do just fine. Barbados and Montserrat, they should win. I think they'll be fine. I think they'll be just fine. All you got to do is pick up a draw and have a better goal differential. Pass the post, 48th minute. It's not that hard. I guess it's easier said than done, but you can do it. I believe in the Dominican Republic. I believe in them. 48th minute. Nations League, but it's only promoted into Group A. Halftime. I'm behind, I guess. Throw in. Halftime. Of course, I'm way behind. It is what it is. Halftime. 0-0. Miro tiempo. 0-0. Pachuca's been the slightly better team, I think, overall. We shall see how the second half goes. Medio tiempo. Wickham Wanderers money line. Galatasaray money line. Yeah. Halftime 0-0. 0-0. Medio tiempo. Another 45 to go. Here, late night. Pachuca sitting 11th. They need to win to get back into the Liga. San Luis sitting pretty in third, and if they win, they'll be second in this tournament. If they draw, San Luis sits third. Pachuca sits just out of the tournament. Should be interesting. But with that being said, we'll take a short break at the half, talk about the stats, get this one going, sit tight. We'll be back another 45 minutes after we talk about the stats. Sit tight. Good idea? Check, check, check. We're back. We're back for the stats at the half. 54% possession to 46% possession, 10 shots to 5. 206 accurate passes, 87% to 163, 80%, 7 fouls to 8, 3 offside to 0, 3 corners to 1, 10 shots to 5, 3 shots on goal to 1, 236 passes to 205, 87% pass accuracy to 163, 80% pass accuracy, 14 throws to 10, 1 yellow card to 0, 0 red cards to 0. 0-0 at the half. Settle is settle. Pachuca. I think Pachuca's been the slightly better team. I think Pachuca's been slightly better. I think they've done what they had to do. If this ends up being 0-0, I'm just going to leave the Herdman one as the video as the RSR tonight. Besides, I got to make the streams for the next 2 days anyway. With how late this is, this ends up 0-0. I will tell you this. I'll leave it alone. I'm right, am I? I mean, the 0-0s sort of don't give you much to say anyway. But again, I think Pachuca's been the better team. I think they've played the ball forward better. I think they've played better defense. And Letty is just trying to hit on the counter. And sometimes they've threatened once. But as it is, oh, CONCACAF Central American Cup commercial. Well, there you go. Lol. What's good? How we doing, Risklander? Not much. It's 0-0. Nothing. You missed nothing. Now, my question is, where's Yeezus? I need that. Guys telling jokes? No. It's not much. Hasn't really been many jokes today. Second half's about to start. Down at Pachuca. Huh. I feel sorry for the people in Mexico who have to watch the Arizona Cardinals every week this year. Hell. They gave them the Arizona Cardinals. The Arizona Cardinals. Lord have mercy in heaven. Jesus Christ. I got one. What did the sushi say to the bee? Wasabi. That's funny. Wasabi. What's up? What's up? What's up? That's a good one. I thought that was actually a pretty good one. That's actually a good one. Oh, well, okay, at least they get. At least they get the Braves and Dodgers. You think about Chavez going to Russia. I honestly don't like it. If you want to get out of Liga MX, that's good. I hope teams look for him in Russia, but it's going to be hard for him to get out of Russia. I honestly think it's a sucky move. I mean, yeah, he's getting out of Mexico and playing in Europe, but he's also not going anywhere that anybody's really going to watch him anyway. I don't think Russia's a good move for him to go anywhere else. So it is what it is. We're going to see where he is. He saw the Herdman video. So. Oh, they got Liga Expansion on Fox down there. We'll see. Liga BBVA MX. Second half's about to start. He might be. He saw the Herdman video, though. I guess it really doesn't matter when he pays up on the just guessing. Yeah, you're probably right, but worth a shot. I don't even know if adding somebody in the chat freaking gives them a, what is it called? A notification anyway. I don't even know if it does. So maybe it doesn't even do anything, to be honest. We'll find out. But yeah, as long as he gets that Cruz Azul wins against Monterrey pay up to me before the end of August, we're good, I guess. MLS is better than the Russian league. I mean, yeah, I agree. Chavez wasn't going to go to MLS either, but I think that would have been better to get him to Europe. But he's younger, though. There are players that have gone from MLS to Europe. He could have went the South American way. To be completely honest, I would rather go to MLS if I was Chavez than go to not England, Russia. I would rather go to MLS than Russia. I think actually MLS gets you a better chance to go to Europe if you're Chavez. But of course, he couldn't have broke his contract. I guess he could have. But suffice it to say, I don't think it's a good move. I think he could have easily done something a better way to get to Europe. Oh. Okay. So there are some teams that get Mexico on Fox in NFL. Okay. Chiefs, fine. Arizona Cardinals, no. That is going to be hell to watch. Arizona Cardinals fans are going to not enjoy watching the Arizona Cardinals. Lol. It's true. Halftime. Second half's right about to start. This felt like a really long halftime. Why does Russia still buy foreign players? I have no idea. Zero. Absolutely zero. Because you're basically saying to those foreign players, better get used to playing here. Exactly. Like, going to MLS would have been better for him. If he played, I'm sure he played good enough. Like, why was a Russian team, but does he even have any European prospects? If a Russian team is all that wants him, does he really have prospects? That's the question, Chavez. Does he really have prospects? If he always wanted by as a Russian team, and we're off in the second half, we're off 45th minute. I'm a little bit behind. Header. I'll do an RSR if this second half gets pretty crazy. I don't think it will. I think it'll be a tight match. This game has been very tight play. Pachuca's been the better team, but if it's like 0-0, 1-0, or 1-1, there's not really much to talk about, to be honest. And besides, it's really late. And I already had the Herdman video. So we could basically just say Herdman being hired by TFC takes over the RSR for the today. And this is just a live, which is probably better, to be honest. That Herdman video is going pretty good. Shot! Save. So you know what? This was going to be the RSR, but because of Herdman, I made that video's RSR. This is just a live. I think that works. Besides, if it's a 0-0, people don't really watch many 0-0 draw videos. Which is, I think this is where this is going. Yellow card for Terans. Still got my thoughts here, though, so. '46th minute. 0-0. Settle. Free kick for Atletico San Luis. Pachuca might be turning it around. Did they make the football look like a freaking Solo Cup or Dixie Cup? I like the colors on the football for Liga MX. Side netting. Goal kick. I like the colors. Looks sort of like a Dixie Cup. Yeah. '48th minute. Villalpando has the best odds to score. Hold on. I need to see where he's from because how does a dude from Mexico end up with a name Dieter? Like, that makes no sense. Dieter. You think he'd be from Germany or Austria? Like, Dieter. Like, okay. I mean, it's cool. Shot save. Ooh. Mostly you look for the game. It's just a tag. I mean, do I need to make it a title tag series? I guess not, but, you know. San Luis goal. Ooh. Playing forward is Pachuca. Pachuca. I'm way behind. 50th minute. I'm a minute behind, but that was going to happen when I know I don't have VIX. Save. I don't see none on FOTMob yet, so Internacional or Club Bolivar. Internacional. You know what's crazy? In all four of the Timbers 0-0s this season, the Timbers could easily won the game 1-0 or 2-0. All four, we would have 34 points. Just crazy. Maybe you'd be in the playoffs. Throw in. I don't see none on FOTMob, and I don't see anything here. Huh. FOTMob must be behind too. San Luis throw in. Oh, now there it is. Okay. How behind am I? Over the top. Save. I mean, I'm not surprised I'm behind to a certain extent. Header. Over the top. Beautiful play. Still. Plays back. Shot. Goal. 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 Dieter Villalpando. They said he was going to score. Well, there it is. San Luis. Dieter Villalpando scores the goal. Runs onto it and scores. '51st minute. 0-1, 1-0, Atletico San Luis. Yes, they're winning. Well, I did say it was a German name, didn't I? I knew that, or Austrian. But I knew that. Just, interesting. But I didn't think a Mexican would have the name Dieter. Unless, I guess, maybe his father, maybe German. I'm not sure. You think Russia can come back to UEFA FIFA tournaments? Depends. If they quit the war and they don't try to take any land as a settlement, yes. If they are either ceded land as a settlement, or they keep warring, or they probably not. With the way, I don't know. Like Russia, even if they stop the war, I don't think people are going to forgive them that easily. Which, you know, a giant campaign to all that. Save, which shot. Oh, foul. That'll be a goal kick. San Luis almost made it 2. 52nd minute, almost made it 2, but there's a foul on the keeper, or against. Offensive foul on the keeper, I should say. But it's 1-0 for San Luis. You sure about that? Should probably go the other way. 53rd minute. I'm at 52:43, but again, I don't have VIX, so I just got to go with what I got. I'm just glad I found it that easily. It was like 2 seconds. I think getting rid of Putin would help more than just stopping the war. Oh, yeah. So then why didn't people support the coup? Interesting. Baltimore money line tomorrow, MLB, good call. Like, why didn't they pour money into the coup by Prigozhin then? 55-20. I'm at 53-35, so think about that, though. They didn't support the coup by Prigozhin. Oh, with the UEFA issue, true, but still. You think the world at large would have poured money into that coup? You think. They didn't. So do people really... A lot of people have been like, we want Putin gone, then why not pour money into it? Makes me not really take you at your word. '55th minute. And now Prigozhin's dead, of course, because Putin had him killed. Very likely so. Putin knew when he had to strike against his opponent, who used to be his mercenary. '55th minute. It's a thing to shot, blocked away. Good defensive play by San Luis. Nice tackle. Pachuca trying to figure this out here. San Luis are league leaders with this result. Who would have thought? No, they're second. Or does the goal differential put them over Chivas? The goal differential puts them over Chivas. There it is. Yep, they would be first. Weird. Yeah, it's the goal differential. I mean, yeah. 56th minute. Yeah. Wow. Chivas is oh, wait, they did just lose, right? They're not unbeaten no more. I can't believe Atletico San Luis is first. I never thought. Wow. Then again, Atletico Ottawa did make the CPL final last year, so maybe these Atleti sister clubs are doing a thing. Doing pretty well. 57th minute. I don't know which one's weirder, though. Atletico San Luis being an Atleti sister club or Atletico Ottawa. I don't know which one's weirder. San Luis are second if they get 3 wins. They have the goal differential, though. Header save. They're first because of goal differential. Every team that was unbeaten lost this match day. Chivas, Monterrey, Tigres, Juarez all lost their unbeaten streak. Well, yeah. Cross in, save. Puebla beat Juarez. Chivas lost to Santos. Tigres lost to Pumas. And Juarez, Monterrey, lost to Cruz Azul. I can't believe Cruz Azul beat Monterrey. This league is weird. This league is weird. This league is weird. Fun, but weird. Like, there's always some weird stuff that happens. Cruz Azul beats Monterrey. I mean, yeah, you could say that's a new manager bounce, but I did not expect that. Speaking of, Yeezus better at least pay me tomorrow. Said he would super chat me if they won, so. Cruz Azul, which they did. So I could see why he probably said not go. I'm glad. He was like, no, just for the Cruz Azul game, not go double or nothing because, yeah. I tried to go double for nothing. He said, no, just the Cruz Azul game. I'm like, okay. I'm like, yeah, maybe that was a good thing. Liga MX is one of the most competitive leagues in the world. Any team can beat anyone. It's a fun league and fun format. I agree. Except it should be 8 teams in Liga, not... Is it 10 now? Didn't they lower it this year to like 10 teams in the Liga instead of 12? Didn't they lower it? Oh, wait. Hold on. Oh, they did fix it on FOTMob. Yes, it is 10. So 10 plays 7, 8 plays 9. The winners of that go into the top 6. Or go to place the other top. Or is the first 2 get a bye and then it's... That makes no sense. Top 4 get a bye. Top 6 get a bye. Top 4 get a bye. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That makes no sense. Okay, I don't get it. 60th minute. Yeah, I don't get it. How is a 10-team playoff? Does that mean top 6 get a bye? 6 plays 4. 5 plays 3. 7 plays 2. 8 plays 1. Top 6 get bye, yeah. And then the top 4 get the home leg of the quarterfinals. The 5 and 6 play 4 and 3. 5 plays 4, 6 plays 3. The winners of the play-in ties play the top 2. Yeah, that sounds like about right to me. In the quarters. So there's a play-in. So there's still some play-ins. Some repechaje, but not as much. And I guess still single-legged repechaje. 3 subs for Pachuca. Nice. 62nd minute. Lucas Diorio's coming in. Wait, is that Chofis? Is that the Chofis who played for Chivas in San Jose? Or did we already? Lucas Diorio's coming on as well. Chofis went to Pachuca, or did we know that already? Figueroa for Diorio is the sub. Terans for Chofis. Yep, it's that Chofis. And a Cantarano is coming on for or Hinestrosa. Yes, Hinestrosa. I think we may have knew that. Yeah, 1-0 Atletico. Chofis already won the league with Pachuca. Oh, yeah. Gonzalez for Hinestrosa. Yeah, Chofis was already there during Champs. Yeah. I think we already established that. He was kicking around there. But it's 1-0 Atletico San Luis in the 63rd minute, which... I'll let that sit on screen for way too long. You don't know where we'll go on this show, especially on live time after dark. Damn it, Letty, I wasn't expecting that. Me too. even though they were higher up on the table. But Pachuca, we'll see. Oh, yeah, by the way, Atletico San Luis is first with this result, if this holds. I know, right? Crazy. Even crazier. First. I know, crazy, right? CONMEBOL World Cup qualifying predictions. Top 6 go to World Cup. 7th go to Intercontinental Playoff. Argentina first. Brazil second. Ecuador third. Peru fourth. Colombia fifth. Chile sixth. Venezuela seventh. Bolivia eighth. Oh, wait, no, Uruguay's there. My bad. Well, Uruguay might drop off, but my bad. Actually, first, Argentina. Second, Brazil. Third, I still think Ecuador. Fourth, I think Uruguay. Fifth, I knew I was missing some. Peru. Sixth, Colombia. 7, Chile. 8, Venezuela. 9, Bolivia. And 10th is 10th. There we go. I was forgetting Uruguay, right? Yeah, Uruguay's top 4. They'll fall off, but if you got 6 spots in the World Cup, they'll still qualify automatically. Oh, wait, no, they got Bielsa, though. Yeah, true. Yeah, okay, they'll be fine. 66th minute. They'll be fine. Herman's new coach for TFC. Yep, and I agree. Hooray. Portland, RSL might lose to Portland. Stupid Pablo, the coach's tactics were horrible against Houston. I think, well, no, Portland, they actually played well under their interim on the weekend. They honestly should have drawn. 66th minute. I think they should have drawn. Yeah, I don't think I'll do an RSR for this one. I'll leave the Herdman one as the RSR for the night. So, save. Save. Big save. Urtiaga is standing on his head. You know what? I don't like that Atleti's keeper is wearing white. That just doesn't make any sense to me. Like, that seems like a clash. That seems like a clash to me with Pachuca's colors. I don't like it. Klimowicz is off for Vitinho. Oh, Vitinho, the wonder kid. There he is. Vitinho, the wonder kid. Ferreira. Vitinho Ferreira for Klimowicz for Atletico San Luis. Even with the lead, they're going for the win. Shot, save. And, oh, another save. 2 saves. You see the Raiders and 49ers fans finding it in and out? I did not see that, no. I'm surprised I didn't. 68th minute. I'm surprised I didn't see it. Thoughts on who should be the next Canadian coach? I think the best hire, the most perfect hire, would be Hervé Renard, and I think that's actually a very possible hire. It's not a slam dunk it'll happen hire, but I think it's a possible hire. I don't think we're completely out of that. I think a guy like Hervé Renard would be perfect. If we can't get him, I think a very possible hire would be Hugo Perez or Thomas Christensen. I think they would move up if we wanted to go there. Jesse Marsh, I like the talk for Jesse Marsh. I would like to basically show the U.S. He did coach Montreal for a while, so he has coached in Canada. Jesse Marsh coaching Canada would be nice, especially after U.S. fans wanted him over Greg, and they basically snubbed him for Greg. I would love to have Jesse Marsh as the Canadian manager. But, yeah, there's a couple of people that I would really be good with being the manager to replace Herdman. Hervé Renard is my favorite candidate. Then Hugo Perez. Then Thomas Christensen. I mean, yes, Jesse Marsh is in there. A return of Octavio Zambrano would be nice. If we could get him back, that would be nice. A return of Octavio Zambrano. If we could get Gio Savarese, I would like that. Gio's a very good tournament manager. I think Gio would be great to coach Canada. He would be a perfect setup because he's a tournament manager. He loves coaching in knockout tournaments. He has his team win during knockout tournaments. I think, and his tactics are great. I think Gio would be wonderful for Canada. Hernan Losada to be the Canadian coach. I'd like to see Montreal get screwed over and Canada be helped. I think that would be nice too. I like Hernan Losada. It would be nice to see Montreal get screwed over. Like Toronto gets helped, Montreal gets screwed over, and Canada gets helped. I'd be fine with that. But I think Gio Savarese might just be not a shock appointment, but it would be, you know what? I see what they're trying to do, and I like it. For most people. 80th, 71st minute. Cross in. I don't see why not. I travel somewhere at least. I want to travel the world, to be honest. I would travel places at least once. I would give them a shot. I see no reason to not visit Russia. I'd visit. I want to travel the world. I say no, there's no reason for me not to visit places. There are places I want to go more than others, but I would consider visiting Russia at some point. It's not high up on my list, but if you can go there, I'd like to try. Shot. Side netting. I wouldn't go to North Korea because you really shouldn't go there if you're not North Korean. But if you can go somewhere, I would go. Would you ever visit Australia? Of course, I'd love to visit Australia. Would you ever consider living in Somalia? Living? No. Would I visit? Yes. Would I visit? Yeah. Would I live there? No. No. Well, yeah, that's the point. But by the time I'm sure it'll be peaceful by the time I can just travel the world incessantly. '73rd minute. Besides, there's not really any war being fought there. It's really just them on the enemy lines. But you're right. I would love to visit Australia, though. '73rd minute. Massive earthquake in Indonesia today. You told me 7.4. I'm glad there wasn't a tsunami. I hope people are okay in Indonesia. I'm glad there wasn't a tsunami. '74th minute. Do you ever visit Spain? I've not been to Spain. I would love to go to Spain. One of my friends is stationed in South Korea. He says it's cool, lots of partying. I never said I wouldn't visit South Korea. I want to visit South Korea. Not North Korea, though. But South Korea, yeah, I've heard some good things about. 75th minute. But I think a lot of the East Asian countries would be cool to visit. Thailand, Philippines, Japan, China, South Korea. Will never happen, exactly. De La Rosa coming on. Yeah, South Korea will never become a democracy, or North Korea will never become a democracy. Hernandez for De La Rosa. At least during our lifetime. Montiel for Ortiz. Just in general. Like, there's a reason there's the DMZ. It'll never become democratized. Mongolia would be interesting. I mean, I'm sure it would be. Cross in. See the statue of the great Genghis Khan. 77th minute. Yeah, I don't think a RSR is worth, this game's worth RSR. Let me see some. Korean War. Technically, de jure, the Korean War is still going on. De jure, it's still going on. 73 years. They're trying to formally end the war, but formally the war is still going. Technically. 77th minute, substitution for Atletico San Luis. Huh, interesting. Yeah. Not really worth it, exactly. 78th minute. Like, pretty much, legally, we're still at war with North Korea, or South Korea. Well, legally, technically, yes. Well, North Korea and South Korea are still technically at war legally, and they still haven't had a treaty to end the war formally. So it's been a 73-year war, legally, of course. I mean, then you have the DMZ, so of course, I mean, it's not worth it. Top 3 countries you wouldn't visit under any circumstances. Well, North Korea. Let's see. North Korea. Really, just North Korea. I mean, Russia right now, that wouldn't be smart. China right now wouldn't be smart, but that's not a never. That's not a never. Just like Argentina until Milei. If Milei wins, then I would love to go to Argentina. When they get their, of course, their inflation under control. What about Syria? Oh, yeah, there's a good one. Yeah. Syria. Syria's probably one you shouldn't go to. Yeah. And probably Afghanistan wouldn't be a good one to go to either, especially as an American. Yeah, probably wouldn't be good to go there. Yeah, so we'll go with those. Atletico San Luis playing forward. The USA, if the USA never formally declared war, I'm not surprised. They don't care. The U.S. government gets to put the military anywhere they want. They say they're supposed to be put out. USA and Iraq are allies, right? Well, at this point, well, no, they were fighting. Iran was the war on Afghanistan. I guess Iraq and USA are allies, yes. But the thing about the USA is if they want to send the Marines and Army and all that to war, they'll just do it. Technically, Congress and the Senate have to approve it. But do they ever follow that rule? They don't. They don't. And technically, you do have letters of marque and reprisal. You do have that power. But nobody's used it since the 1880s. But you can technically circumvent the Congress for war powers with letters of marque and reprisal. But that's only for a certain amount of time. But then again, maybe they haven't been done since the 1880s because again, the Congress they don't ever need to use the Congress to advance plans of war because they basically just overpower Congress. They just send Marines and Army to war whenever they choose to. It seems like. Or they send them and then they're like, well, they're already there. I guess we have to. "82nd minute. So it is what it is, pretty much. Anything the U.S. does as an act of war, whether it's defensive or offensive, is honestly bullshit. There's never... So they could say, oh, but we were in the Iraq War. I guarantee you we didn't legally declare war. Or if we did, they were already there, and it was like 2 years in. So... Preferably, if I was a president, I would only use the military to defend our country. We should not be going to war in foreign countries to go to war in foreign countries. We are not the police of the world. In my opinion, we are not the police of the world. We should only be going to war if we've been attacked. That's the only way. And I mean an actual attack, not something the government knew about to set up a war that they were there for the oil, but you know what I mean. Actual attack, like Pearl Harbor. I mean, yeah, 9/11 was an attack. But... Inside job. Same. Exactly. Again, oil, and they didn't use the US dollar. I thought it was Desert Storm, right? But not using not using the US dollar is not an attack on the country. It's not an attack on the country. And besides, we have enough oil reserves. Why are we going to war over oil? Pretty much, yes. They've been bullies ever since World War II. Every war we've been in ever since World War II is just us being bullies. The U.S. being bullies. And finding a reason to go to war. As I said, we're not the police of the world, and we're not the bullies of the world either. You want to say we're the police of the world, but we're really just bullies. We shouldn't be going to war unless we've been attacked. Two subs. Yeah, I think I heard about that. I think I heard that, yeah. Point being is the USA should be America first. It should be. We're not the police of the world. We're not the bullies of the world. Focus at home. Defend home. They won't attack us. But that means you shouldn't be going to war. Besides, we have enough oil. Like, we have a lot of oil reserves ourselves. The fact we were going to war for oil is just ludicrous. We have a lot of oil reserves ourselves. Either from oil we've stolen or oil we've actually drilled. So. '87th minute. And I'm a libertarian. Good night. Good night, Risklander. Yeah, it's midnight, so... Yeah, that was a lie. Yeah, that was a lie. There was no weapons of mass destruction. That was a lie. Exactly. With all we've stolen and all we could drill, we are oil independent. So why are we... Exactly. 88th minute. Exactly. Yes, I'll vote in 2024, of course. '89th minute. San Luis scores a second. Penalty. Penalty is given. Are those Adidas kits or those? Why are they using the back, like the back panels? That seems like something that's just happening now as people are using the shoulder panels. Barreto gets a card into the 90th minute. I'm behind a bit, so 90th minute. Interesting. Bush. George W. Bush. Mr. Danger. George W. Bush. Unai Bilbao on the penalty. Yeah, that does sort of look like a Dixie cup. Unai Bilbao on the penalty. I'm finally watching it. Plus, they're over 90 minutes. They'll give the PK. Plus. That's kind of why I wish we got it during League's Cup. Goal. Unai Bilbao scores the penalty. Dos 0. 0-2. That's why I wanted it to happen. That's why I wanted it to happen. Unai Bilbao scores. That's why I wanted it. I wanted San Luis for St. Louis just because of what it would have caused, the chaos it would have caused. I love chaos. I love chaos. I love chaos. Chaos is fun. How much stoppage time? Chaos is fun. I don't know how much time's left. Seven minutes stop time. I meant the fun type of chaos, not the bad type of chaos. Sports chaos. I love sports chaos. That would be one of them. St. Louis versus San Luis. Speaking of chaos, stoppage time, 7 minutes. I love sports chaos. That's all I meant. That's all I meant, is I love sports chaos. That's all I meant. "93rd minute. This is madness. No, this is Sparta. You got that one going. This is Sparta. I wouldn't kick down the camera though. "94th minute. Playing back. this again sometime. Let's do one that goes into midnight and just. Yeah, let's do one of these again. This is fun. I don't know. Oh, this one's just 95th minute. This one's a fun one. '95th minute. Yeah. '95th minute. Yeah, I'm just going to end this. We're not going to do RSR for this one. I got to get up the streams for the next 3 days. And then eat. So, and this one was sort of, the game was sort of boring. The other stuff was funny. The other stuff was enjoyable. The game. Gustavo de Silva Leal's not a bad coach after all. No, pretty good. They're top of the league. I mean, +2 goal differential. I mean, yeah, that's pretty good. Full time. 2-0 Atletico San Luis. I'll say it again when it actually hits full time for me. But, yeah, that makes sense. San Luis, they were quarterfinalists last season and barely lost to America in that match. What's impressive, they're doing this with a new coach. Agreed. "30 seconds at least for me to finish this off. I agree. Pachuca playing forward in the last 10 seconds, at least. Which, I'm just seeing these. Header, shot over the bar. Goal kick. That should do it. Pachuca looked like crap. 14th place. I guess when you lose your best players, full time. And that's that. Full time, 0-2, 2-0, Atletico San Luis. Big win for Atletico San Luis. They're top of the league. Pachuca did sell half of their title winning team. That's true. Next stream, I'll be live at the same time. I will be live for Kai versus CD Foz, but Saprisa's playing at the same exact time, so I'm basically doing both, I think. And I also have Olympia versus Shelahu tomorrow. Yep. Olympia plays Shelahu, yes. Sounds about right. So, we'll see how Group A and B plays out tomorrow in the Central American Cup. And, of course, I'll review the Olympia game. But I'll leave the Herdman RSR as the RSR for the day. This is it. I'll see you tomorrow, later today, I guess, because now it's past 12. I'll see you later today. With that being said, if you like this video, like it, share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell your friends. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification button. Subscribe. Send super chats on the live streams. Comment on this video. Put us in playlist. Share with friends and family. All that great stuff. Again, I'll see you later tonight for some Central American Cup 7 and 9. Foz versus Independiente. Xelajú versus Olympia. There you go. I'm Ron and I'm out. Peace. See you later.